Assalamualaikum class 6. Hope you all are fine and in good health. Today we will start chapter number 10, which is plants, form and function. And in this chapter you will learn about classification of plants, structure of plants, their parts and what are their functions. So let's get started. Classification of plants. In order to study variety of plants, we group them into different categories. We group them on the basis of their height, size and shape. So basically plants are classified into four categories: trees, shrubs, herbs and creepers. First one is trees. Plants that are tall and have thick, hard brown stems are called trees. For example, neem tree and mango tree. Students, you have seen many trees in your surroundings or villages. So basically, trees are tall and large plants with strong and woody stem. Shrubs. Plants with hard stem which branch near the surface of the soil are called shrubs. Students, shrubs are medium-sized plants. They look like bushes, झाड़ियों की तरह लगते हैं, and have hard stem. You must have seen shrubs in your garden like rose plant, gulab ka poda, and tulsi plant, nyas book. Lemon are also shrubs. Next one is herbs. Plants with soft green stems are called herbs. Herbs are very small plants. Their height is in few centimeter. They have soft and green stems. Student, basically what is the difference between shrubs and herbs? Shrubs have hard stem and herbs have soft green stem. And their example is grass, coriander, dhania, mint, podina. So these all palak, ghas, these all belong to this category. Like herbs have no branches. One is creepers. Plant with weak stem that cannot stand upright and spread on the ground are called creepers. And what is climber? Those plants that take support on neighboring structure and climb up are called climbers. As both creepers and climbers need support to grow. So what is the main difference between creepers and climbers? Are creepers spread on the ground, for example watermelon and pumpkin की बेलें, and climbers also need support, so they climb up on the wall or trees like grapevine, angur ki bale and pea. Students, hope these all categories are clear to you. Structure of plants. Plants divided into two parts: root system and shoot system. Root system. The root is a part of plant which grows below the soil and hold the plant straight and upright. Student, as you can clearly see in the picture, that root system is the part which is under the soil. As it is inside the ground, so its color is not green but brown in color. It also does not have leaves, flower and fruits. So two types of roots are tap roots and fibrous roots or adventitious roots. Tap roots. The central main root is called tap root as it grows vertically downward in the soil. As you can clearly see in the figure number 1, taproot is vertically downward and it gives out lateral roots. Hair-like growth from inner side is produced in all direction from taproot. Examples are pea, neem and mango plants have taproots. Fibrous or adventitious roots. Some plants like grass do not have the main root. Instead, a bunch of roots arise from the base of the plant. These spread out in the soil and give support to the plant. So such roots are called fibrous or adventitious roots. Okay, bunch of new roots are produced from the base of the stem as fibers, धागों की तरह जड़ें निकल. ऐसे पौधे जिनकी धागों की तरह जड़ें होती हैं उनको हम फाइब्रस या एडवेंटिशियस रूट्स कहते हैं. एंड यू कैन फाइंड सच टाइप्स ऑफ रूट इन मिलेट, ग्रास एंड मेज plants. Function of roots. They give support to the plant. Roots are modified to store food. Example, turnip and carrot. They absorb water and minerals required for the growth and development of plant. Students, as we give water to the roots, so they absorb all the water and mineral that is in basic need for the development of the plant. Shoot system. A part of the plant that grows above the ground is shoot system. It consists of stem, leaves, flower and fruits, and we will discuss them one by one. So students, as you can clearly see in the picture, that shoot system is the upper part of the plant body. And first one is stem, the part of the plant which bears the flower, leaf and fruits known as the stem. Stem that are hard and woody like in a tree is called a trunk. As young stems are green and woody stems are brown in color, it grows vertically in the plant body as it is the major link between the root and the rest of the plant. Now let's see some functions of stem. The stem bears the leaf, flowers and fruit of a plant and hold them upright. The stem helps to transport water and minerals from roots to leaf and food from leaves to all part of the plant. Some stems are modified to store food as in starch, generally underground like in onion, ginger and potato. Function of the stem is that it has upper part so it bears leaf, flowers and fruit. It stores food in the starch as you can see in the picture of the onion, and it also transports water from root to the leaf and food from all parts of the plant. Leaves. Leaves are thin green and flat structure that perform photosynthesis. The point of attachment in a stem is a node. The flat green portion of a leaf is called the leaf blade or the lamina. It bears green pigment, chlorophyll, and helps in photosynthesis. Leaves comes in many shape and size. Students, leaf is the most important part of a plant. It has green pigment called chlorophyll which absorbs sunlight and make food. Now you understand the parts of the leaf by looking at the diagram. So flat surface of leaf which is called leaf blade or lamina, it is green in color. Why it is green in color? Due to the presence of chlorophyll. And lamina allow leaf to absorb sunlight, water and air for the plant. Each leaf has main vein which is called midrib and many veins are connected to the midrib. Midrib or main vein help to carry water, mineral and fruit up and down to the leaf. Main vein extend to the stalk which is attached to the stem. Now students clearly see these part in the figure so that you can understand them very well. So students, stalk attached leaf to the stem. Students, leaf also has tiny pores which you can see with the help of microscope. Tiny pores or opening on the surface of the leaf is stomata which help in exchange of gases. You know that during photosynthesis carbon dioxide enter the leaves and oxygen goes out. The point of attachment in a stem is known as node. Each leaf arises from separate node or point on the stem. लीफ ब्रांच की जिस जगह पर अटैच होता है उसे नोड कहते हैं. Leaves come in many shapes and sizes as we have example of neem, mango and maple leaf. Arrangement or pattern of these veins in the leaf blade or lamina is called venation. Either they are parallel or reticulate. Parallel where veins are attached parallel to each other like in banana and grass leaves. Reticulate mean net-like arrangement of veins on the both sides like in the peepal, neem and mango leaves. Basically provides strength to the leaf. So let's see some functions of the leaf. Leaf manufacture food with the help of chlorophyll in the presence of sunlight by the process of photosynthesis. Some leaves store food and rich source of mineral and vitamins. Example is spinach. Process of water which is present in the leaves also lost through stomata in the inner pores inside the leaf. So this process is called transpiration. Students, one most important part of shoot system is flower. Flower is the most colorful and attractive part of the plant. Students, you must have seen different kind of flowers. They are very colorful and attractive. Flower is also a reproductive part. Reproduction means continuity of species of same flower. Now look at the parts of the flower. Pedicel. The cylindrical portion by which a flower is attached to the stem is called the stalk or the pedicel. Sepal, the part of the flower which is green and protects other parts in the bud stage, is also called sepal. And calyx. Petal, the part which is colorful and bright, is called petal. Petal attracts insects and help in pollination, also called corolla. Stamen is the male reproductive part and carpel is the female reproductive part. Now students, you will have a good idea of these parts by looking at the figure. Petals. Open flowers are petals. They are the prominent part of a flower. They are colored as we have different variety of flowers. Petals are in red, pink, yellow, white and many more colors. Petals कहते हैं पत्तियों को. A long petal, small leaf-like structure is called sepal. Sepal also protect the bud before it blossom into flower. Next is stamen. As we know that stamen is the male part of the flower. So part of the stamens are anther and filament. Anther is the part where pollen grains are produced. Pollens help in fertilization. So pollen is a male gamete and also called male part is also called androecium. Friends, as I am explaining all these parts from the figures, so look carefully and try to understand the function of each part. Next part of stamen is filament. Stalk-like structure that connects with anther is called filament. As pistil is the female reproductive part of the flower, so parts of the pistil are style, stigma, and ovary. First one is style. It is a long stalk which connects stigma and the ovary. And stigma is the sticky part at the top of the style where you find pollen grains. Ovary, part of the pistil where ovules are produced. Ovules are present inside the ovary. We are going to quickly summarize flower and its parts. Parts of flowers are petals, sepals, stamen, and pistil. As we know, stamen is the male part, also called androecium, which consists of anther and filament. And pistil is the female part, called gynoecium, and consists of three parts: style, stigma, and ovary. We have two terms, pollination and fertilization. So pollination is the transfer of pollen grain from anther to stigma is called pollination, and when male gametes fuse with female gametes it's called fertilization. Function of flowers. Flowers help in pollination by attracting insects. Flowers grow into fruits and seeds which give rise to new plants. Part of shoot system is fruit. The ovary of the flower after fertilization develop into the fruits. Fruits are juicy and pulpy. A fruit consists of two major parts: outing covering pericarp and pulp inside is seed. Pollens and egg combine to form ovary. So this ovary develop after fertilization develop into fruits. Function of fruit is a fruit is edible part of the plant and store foods. We eat fruit and it also stores food in it. A fruit contains seed within and protect from climate changes. Seeds are made due to pollination. Seed. The fertilized ovule is called seed. It gives rise to new plants. Seeds are protected by a coat. The baby plant inside the embryo is protected by cotyledons. Some seeds have two cotyledons. They are called dicot, and some have only one cotyledon called monocot. Germination of seed. Given the required temperature, water, and light, seed germinates to new plant. Function of seed is a seed protects the embryo and provide nourishment for growth. Student, seed is protected by an outer covering called coat, and as you can clearly see in the picture, monocot and dicot. Monocot have one leaf and dicot have two leaves. Now look at the cycle. As the right condition for seed to germinate is water, sunlight, and temperature. Seed give rise to new plant. Look at the cycle. From seeds comes roots and then shoots. Shoots consist of leaves, flowers, fruits, and then it become a plant. So that was your whole chapter. Thank you for listening.